momentary delay, be coming on Facebook here and then going to our other sources. But thanks. I trust everybody. I trust you guys are doing okay. I trust everybody's fine. And so the heat is gone. Thank God. We're thankful for that. That was kind of a couple of days there. And of course, we're dealing with the fires. And I sent my brother a picture and I said, hey, it's snowing in LA. And of course, he knew because he's watching the news. I guess Northern California is getting just as hit as hard as we are. But anyhow, welcome everybody and good morning. Christian Life Church. Today is, I even put the date up for you. Today's Thursday, the 10th of September, and this is our devotion. We do our devotions Tuesdays and Thursdays. Of course, last night we did a piece on Gideon, and since I just mentioned it, we're probably gonna. You'll probably, if you're on Zoom, and I've got some Zoomers in the background here with me. I've got Elizabeth, Nancy, and Kim. For those of you that can't see them, we're gonna invite you, in case you want to Zoom with us on Wednesday night also. That way, if you have questions about the study or want to make a comment like you do with this, then you're going to be able to do that. So just some stuff going on. Reminder that if you have any questions, you can find myself and others at the church is on your screen. The bottom is the times that we're doing our streaming. But if you will just put the word Mike at, or Kim at, or Bill at, or Alicia at clcchurch.org. That's where you would want to send us your email addresses. That's where you would want to send us your prayer requests and things like that. Okay. So let me just take a quick peek. I don't know if I can see this or not. I'm going to try to see if we're on Facebook. We on Facebook, guys? I think so, yeah. And now I just want to say hello to a couple of people. I've got it on here on mine, but it's a different picture, so I don't know what's going on. This is an old one. Okay, I won't share with you all of my technology woes. We'll just keep on going. So we are going to do this morning Proverbs chapter 10, 32 verses. So the goal is to read them, and what I want to encourage you to do again is to take notes. Get a pencil or a pen, or if you have a notepad, you can do it that way, whatever is most. But the idea is that we would ask you to kind of take notes. If something sticks out to you when we read the text that you want to, comment at the end, or something that encouraged you, or that you have a question about any of those, all of the above, then you can let me know that way. Okay, so I'm still trying to do one more thing here. I do hope to get that resolved. Just a minute. I'm going to minimize my Zoom screen for just a moment. Okay, I can still see you in the corner. Where are you? Okay, just one more moment, hopefully. Let's see, do I need this? No, I can do that here. Let's see here. I'm doing that again. Is anybody else on Facebook, and can you see if we're on there?
Yes, you are good.
Okay. Very good.
You're on. You've
Okay.
got a few people.
Okay, good. Let me then go back to. It's always something, isn't it? Every
Is
time
it up on your phone?
Every time I think we're going to be fine, something. So now when I expand this, now I see you guys again. Just about hopefully ready. I just want to see how to get this particular one. Alicia is over looking my shoulder.
What are you looking to do?
I'm trying to find. I want to see what we're broadcasting now.
So, click on here.
Am I on the wrong one again?
And
Yes,
right
I'm right
here.
here.
Yes. Mhm.
And now I
Scroll
should be able to see who's coming on and who's live, so I can say
Yes.
hello and that kind of a thing.
There you go. Click on that.
There you are. Let me open
And
it.
then make sure to mute so
Uh,
that it doesn't interfere with the. Mute that. Yep, and then you can see them as they go.
okay.
So, okay.
So is this the current one right now?
Yes.
Okay. Buenos dias, Gloria. Good morning, Rose. Again, our faithful friends that are always constantly with us, joining us. It says my nephew is on. My nephew Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. Hope you're doing good, mijo. Hi to the family, please. Okay, so let's just get to it because, again, we're going to read Proverbs chapter 10 together. And again, if you have a question or a comment, whatever, we will post it on Facebook, or you guys that are Zooming with me can ask in just a moment. So here we go. I'm going to try not to stop. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise child brings joy to a father. A foolish child brings grief to the mother. Tainted wealth has no lasting value, and right living can save your life. Reminder, New Living Translation for my devotions. The Lord will not let the godly go hungry, but he refuses to satisfy the craving of the wicked. Lazy people are soon poor. Hard workers get rich. A wise youth harvests in the summer, but one who sleeps during harvest is a disgrace. The godly are showered with blessings. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. We have happy memories of the godly, but the name of a wicked person rots away. The wise are glad to be instructed, but babbling fools fall flat on their faces. People with integrity walk safely, but those who follow crooked paths will be exposed. People who wink at wrong cause trouble, but a bold reproof promotes peace. People who wink at wrong cause trouble. Verse 11, the word of the godly are a life-giving fountain. The words of the wicked conceal violent intentions. Hatred stirs up quarrels, but love makes up for all offenses. Wise words come from the lips of people with understanding, but those lacking sense will be beaten with a rod. Wise people treasure knowledge, but the babbling of a fool invites disaster. The wealth of the rich is their fortress. The poverty of the poor is their destruction. The earnings of the godly enhance their lives, but evil people squander their money on sin. People who accept discipline are on the pathway to life, but those who ignore correction will go astray. Hiding hatred makes you a liar. Slandering others makes you a fool. Too much talk leads to sin. Be sensible and keep your mouth shut. The words of the godly are like sterling silver. The heart of a fool is worthless. The words of the godly encourage many, but fools are destroyed by their lack of common sense. The blessings of the Lord make a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Doing wrong is fun for a fool, but living wisely brings pleasure to the sensible. The fears of the wicked will be fulfilled. The hopes of the godly will be granted. When the storms of life come, the wicked are whirled away, but the godly have a lasting foundation. Lazy people irritate their employers like vinegar to the teeth or smoke in the eyes. Verse 27, fear of the Lord lengthens one's life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. The hopes of the godly result in happiness, but the expectations of the wicked come to nothing. The way of the Lord is a stronghold to those with integrity, but it destroys the wicked. The godly will never be disturbed, but the wicked will be removed from the land. The mouth of the godly person gives wise advice, but the tongue that deceives will be cut off. The lips of the godly speak helpful words, but the mouth of the wicked speaks perverse words. God add his blessings to the reading of our Proverbs today. So read just through that whole piece. And like I've mentioned, I'll take a peek just to say hello to a couple of friends that maybe I haven't had a chance to say to yet, while you guys, the rest of you, have an opportunity maybe to think about and make a comment or ask a question about the text that we read. So let me see here. I don't think anybody else new came on. I'm not sure, okay, good. Anybody have anything you want to look at? Because of my months or years actually of reading, and I've changed Bibles, so every now and then you probably know how that goes, but still I have a lot of it marked, and of course this 10th proverb is no exception. I've got underlines and circles, and I've even got the word boom next to one of the verses. Let me just give you a moment. All right, Zoomers, why don't we start with you? Do you have anything there that stuck out to you that you particularly enjoyed or want to refer to?
I'm curious first as to which one of the verses you have boom next to.
I will eventually tell you which one, but I'm hoping that maybe it sticks out to one of you before I mention it. So give me just a moment, but I will definitely let you know which one it is. So do you have a boom verse in that chapter that you want to look at or discuss? Nancy, you had your hand up. Go ahead, Nancy.
Many of these verses speak to the power of our words.
Yes.
But I got a personal message from verses 8 and 17.
Okay.
That no matter how old I am, I still can be instructed. I still can learn, and I still may very well be disciplined by God or my pastor.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's part of your job, right?
It is.
And so even though that's not what I got from the whole message of the whole Proverbs, that was like a personal message to me that said, you're never too old to be learning and growing and being disciplined.
Very good. Yeah. Obviously, as we're reading in the wisdom literature and reading the Proverbs, it's wise that we have the mentality or the desire to never stop learning, because there is always something to be learned, and that's really, really important. Not giving up. That's why I think that's part of the reason, and it's heavy. It's heavy on my heart. When I mean heavy, it's prevalent. I was talking to Kim and Alicia were in here earlier, and we were just. I'm in the process of, like I mentioned on occasion, do some writing, and most of you are aware that I'm in a program trying to continue and hanging by a thread. But one of the initial reasons, I had several, the theme, the topic that I'm writing about, that I will hopefully, maybe, possibly, how's that, covering all my bases, write a dissertation on, is very important to me. The theme of pastors and leaders and Pentecostals, and in my case, Hispanic Pentecostal. I'll be writing about machismo as it relates to mental health and how that affects us. But the theme is very important. But really, one of the things that I was one of my real goals was that I wanted to stay. I wanted to stay on the edge of learning. I wanted to continue to learn new things, new ways. So that was as much as my motivation as anything else, that I didn't want to quit growing intellectually. And boy, did I bite off maybe a little bit more than I can chew. But that's a part of it. And that's good. Discipline is another thing that's really, really important. People see discipline as a negative thing, because it is usually associated with pain or with struggle or, oh no, it did it again. I hope I'm still with you guys. My computer went off again like it did last time. Oh boy. So anyhow, usually discipline is equated negatively, I think, but we need to look at it as from a positive place, don't we? That discipline is good for us. It's necessary. It's going to cost us. In other words, there's a price to pay.